I consistently get comments from those of you in this community reaching out asking questions around the $200 per month raise to all Social Security benefits, saying things along the lines of, where is it? Why haven't I received it yet? Did they forget about me? I thought it was supposed to be starting at the beginning of 2026. Where is it? These are really good questions, and exactly what is encompassed right here in this document, which I'm going to bring my wife Corey in just a minute. She's going to read this to you. I want you to hear the details of this because I believe, in my personal opinion, lawmakers are making a massive, massive mistake right now, and it's also encompassed here in this document. It only takes her a couple minutes to read it, but it's going to point out some of the details around this because, yes, you're right. Back in 2025, lawmakers came out in a couple different instances and they talked about the $200 per month raise being applied to all benefits for the first half of 2026. Well, here we are a couple months into 2026, and has anybody seen that money yet? Well, that's still yet to be seen. And like I said, I believe that lawmakers are making a massive, massive mistake right now, and they're probably going to pay for it a little bit later this year. We will see. But again, it's all encompassed right here. I'm going to have Corey read this to you in just a second. Now, this video would not be complete if I did not say a huge congratulations to the roughly 10,000 plus of you in this community that have called chapter right there just in the last year or so to get free help with your Medicare plans, collectively saving well over $2 million just in the last year. Absolutely amazing. About 2,000 of you just so far this year in 2026 have called chapter there to get free help with your Medicare. Medicare is a total mess right now. A lot of people out there are feeling very upset, frustrated, overwhelmed with their Medicare plans and their coverages. If that's you and you hate your Medicare plan, if you feel like it doesn't cover you properly, if you're paying way too much, if you feel like your prescriptions are costing too much, if you feel like it is just betraying you, please contact chapter right there. Again, join the other 10,000 plus people in the last year that have called them, the 2,000 plus people just this year, 2026, that have called them already, and you'll be shocked with options and flexibilities that you may have right now. And again, the average person is saving over $1,000 when they call them. That's how we've gathered up over $2 million plus of savings, which is honestly really, really exciting. Anyway, after you talk to chapter there with your Medicare, getting that free help with whatever it happens to be with your Medicare, drop a comment down below. Use the word chapter within your comment. Let me know how it goes. I'll grab your comment and I'll add it to my ongoing list of comments here, which you've seen me feature in other videos. Absolutely amazing stuff. All right, anyway, with that being said, I look forward to reading those comments. And again, if you're on Medicare, give them a call. See what they can do. I think you're going to be shocked with the options and flexibilities that you still have right now, early on in 2026. All right, anyway, let's bring Corey in right here, right now. She's going to read this to you. Drop your comments down below. Let me know what you think about this after she gets done reading it. Again, it only takes a couple minutes here. And let me know, do you also agree with what they're saying in this document? And do you believe that lawmakers are making a major mistake? All right, here's Corey. I'll catch you again in just a couple minutes.
To the Honorable United States Congress. This message is coming to you from a group of over 534,000 seniors, people with disabilities, and Social Security beneficiaries of various types. We are sending this message before you self-destruct due to lack of follow-through with your messaging during this year of affordability. It is no surprise to anyone that Social Security beneficiaries are falling behind at the fastest pace we've seen in recent times. Of course, this does not include all beneficiaries, but rather just the lowest income beneficiaries that continue to get squeezed the most. In 2025, a group of lawmakers introduced multiple times the Emergency Social Security Inflation Relief Act. This would provide a temporary $200 increase to benefit checks for a 6-month period. As previously mentioned, not all Social Security beneficiaries are struggling, but rather just the lowest income individuals. Simply put, here's what we encourage you to do before it's too late. Increase the $200 monthly increase timeline from 6 months to the minimum of 12 months and only include those beneficiaries who receive a monthly payment under $2,000 per month with a phase-out between $2,000 and $2,500 of monthly benefits. This would allow those dollars to go to the most vulnerable and needy of the additional payments. By limiting beneficiaries with a monthly benefit over $2,500 This would allow the $200 to be extended for a minimum of 12 months. We also suggest this to be paid out of general funds versus pulling these dollars out of the trust fund. These simple adjustments would allow the most vulnerable beneficiaries to get the much-needed financial relief they need for an extended period of time without jeopardizing the Social Security Trust Fund during the process. We encourage you to take action now before you lose face, lose trust, and lose your job during the midterm elections. We encourage you to take action now. Time is ticking.
All right, now that is the reading of that document, and please drop your comments down below. Let me know what you feel about this, and are those lawmakers making a major mistake right now by not doing something about this, and are they going to pay for it during the midterms? We will see. That is coming up a little bit later on this year, but yes, I did draft that document. I wrote that letter. Now, here's a couple things that I want to point out for you really quickly, and I would really like to hear what you have to say about this. Now, as I mentioned in that document, I alluded to the Emergency Social Security Inflation Relief Act, which is that piece of legislation that lawmakers introduced a minimum of 2 times last year, in March and October of last year, calling on lawmakers to pass immediately that temporary $200 per month raise, which would have gone into effect as of January this year for the first 6 months of the year, offering the $200 per month raise to benefits. Now, here's the deal. I agree. This would be very, very nice. But as I mentioned very, very clearly in the document here, I said, not all beneficiaries are struggling right now. Don't get me wrong, a lot are, but the highest income beneficiaries aren't necessarily struggling, but it's mostly the lowest income beneficiaries. So I said it very, very clearly right here in this letter. I said, let's implement the $200 per month raise rather than a 6-month implementation for everybody. Let's have a phase out, basically between the dollar amounts of $2,000 to $2,500, phase that $200 of a raise out, and then basically anybody over $2,500 a month on their benefit wouldn't actually get the $200 raise. But instead, we would actually extract those higher income beneficiaries from getting the $200. We focus that money on just the low income people, and we push that raise out rather than a 6-month temporary raise to benefits. It's now going to be a minimum of a 12-month raise to benefits. And don't get me wrong, minimum of 12 months. Okay, so it could be more than that based on the actual dollar amounts and how much this would actually cost. But again, just focusing this money on the lowest income beneficiaries under roughly $2,000 a month is really where that money needs to go. Now, I also mentioned very clearly in the document as well, I said, hey, would this be a little bit of a political win? Would this be a good thing to help out, I don't know, the largest voting group out there, the individuals that need this money substantially? And where would this money go at the end of the day? Is it just going to be stuffed away under a mattress? No, it's going to be spent into the economy, and this would be real dollars hitting the economy. And not only that, I also mentioned in the letter as well, let's fund this out of general federal funds versus out of the Social Security Trust Fund, because that's one of the major sticking points behind this, is that lawmakers are saying, oh no, we can't do this. It's going to strain the trust fund. Then don't pay it out of the trust fund. Duh, not that hard to figure out, right? Or maybe this. The president continues to talk about the hundreds of billions of dollars of tariff revenue that the country has brought in. Okay, if the dude's bragging about so much money brought in through tariff revenue, come on, let's see the money. Dish some of that money out. It would not cost a couple $100 billion to send out $200 a month to say maybe, I don't know, 30 million people, roughly, give or take a little bit. I'm not sure what the number would be. We'd have to look at all the statistics within Social Security to see how many people this would actually encompass. But okay, it wouldn't be hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars. I mean, the president keeps flexing on all of us. Yeah, I'm bringing in record tariff revenue, hundreds of billions of dollars. We've brought in trillions of dollars, whatever it is, right? Okay. Dude, if that's what you're going to flex on us, then let's see some of the money. He keeps talking about distributing some of this money. Let's do it, right? What are we waiting for, right? What are we waiting for? I was about to say a really bad word right there. You know what I was about to say, right? But anyway, what are we waiting for on this, right? I think we can all probably agree. This is getting to be absolutely nuts, especially with a year like this where they continue to point out the affordability crisis. Oh, this is an affordability crisis. then what are we doing? We're sitting here like a bunch of morons, right? Doing nothing, bragging about all the money. American people are struggling to no end, especially seniors, people with disabilities, fixed income beneficiaries. We're bragging about all the money. We've got this affordability crisis, and we're doing nothing about it. Something does not add up here, right? Something does not add up. We're missing some pieces of this puzzle, or the pieces haven't been put into the puzzle yet, right? So anyway, that's exactly why I'm calling on lawmakers here in this document and being like, hey, like do something here before it's too late. And again, I keep saying here in these letters, and I keep saying in the videos, is like, hey, we've got the midterm elections coming up a little bit later this year. Are you just going to sit on your hands here and let people just continue to struggle like this? Not a good idea if these lawmakers want to keep a job basically beyond January of next year after, the new Congress is sworn in and all these individuals are elected as of the midterms later on this year as well, right? So anyway, drop your comments down below. But again, I continue to get comments like weekly. I get a lot of comments every single week. People reaching out saying, hey, what about that $200? When are we going to get it? Did it pass yet? I thought it was supposed to be applied as of the beginning of the new year. Why didn't I get it? Did they forget about me? And all these details like this. And again, I keep coming back saying it's so easy for them to do. I don't love the idea of a 6-month temporary raise. I'm just going to be fair with you. I don't love the idea of a 6-month temporary. I think that would hurt beneficiaries more than anything. 6 months of getting $200, don't get me wrong, it would help. It'd be $1,200. But after that 6 months is gone, when people just start rely on that money and, count on it, all of a sudden they pull the rug out from under us 6 months later and say, sorry, that's it. We ran out of money, or that's all the longer that we're going to allow. Thanks a lot, everyone. Yeah, that really helped us out, right? No, that's why I'm saying let's put some parameters around this, focus the money on just the lowest income beneficiaries, extend it out to 12 months or more, a minimum 12 months based on the dollars here. And let's not pay it out of Social Security. Then we don't need to worry about the trust fund becoming insolvent sooner because we're drawing extra money out of it. Not that hard, right? Again, President has all this money coming in through tariffs. Let's see it. Dole some of that out, right? So anyway, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Drop your comments down below. Let me know what you think on this. Otherwise, again, I'm going to say it fast here, which is this. If you're on Medicare, if you need help with your Medicare, if you have questions on Medicare, if you hate your Medicare plan, if you feel like your plan is betraying you, if you feel like your plan does not cover you properly, if you feel like you're paying too much, if you feel like your prescriptions are too much, if you can't see your doctor anymore, if you can't get your medical visits and your procedures covered, if you can't go to your office, your clinic, your hospital system that you once gone to, seriously, you know what to do. Grab your Medicare card, call Chapter right there, see what they can do for you. I think you're going to be shocked with what flexibilities and what optionality you still have. And again, you've seen my pages and pages of comments that I've shared with you. Page after page after page of comments. I have about a dozen, probably more than that, pages here that I'm holding right now. Again, I'll fan them out for you. But again, pages and pages here of all these comments that I've pulled out just in the last, call it 2 months or so. All these, and this is not even all the comments that I pulled out from those of you in this community after contacting Chapter right there, getting amazing help, saving on average over $1,000, getting that necessary help, finding the right Medicare plan and coverages for you and your personal needs. They have access to over 20,000 plans, and they're helping tons of you in this community. Again, over 10,000 of you have called just in the last year. Over 2,000 of you have called just so far this year, collectively saving well over $2 million. And my secret little goal by the end of this year is to help those of you in this community collectively save $10 million by the end of this year. It can easily be done. It's not that hard. There's over 70 million people on Medicare. To collectively save $10 million and put that money back in your pocket versus in the pocket of the insurance providers is literally as easy as making a phone call. That's it, right? Again, there's a lot of money out there with your name on it, and it's just awaiting you. That's it. It's just awaiting you, and all you have to do is make a phone call. That's free. Free, by the way, right? I've said this before many times. I have nothing to sell you on this channel. That's not the purpose of this channel. It's not the purpose of these videos. I have nothing to sell you. Nothing. I don't have some course. I don't have some, special package. I don't have some product. I don't have some coaching call. I don't have some masterclass. I've got nothing to sell you. I got free stuff That's all I have is free stuff because I want to help you, and I love free stuff myself. It's my favorite four-letter F word. I love it. Free. I say it all the time. I love saying free, right? That favorite four-letter F word, I say it all the time. Free, free, free. Love it. All right, anyway. I know I'm just being a total dork right now. I know I'm going to say that. But anyway, you get my point on this. Anyway, if you're on Medicare, call them, see what they can do. I look forward to reading your comments. Drop your comments down below. Use the word chapter within your comment. I'll grab your comment. I will add it to my ongoing list here, which I'll continue to feature in upcoming videos and in community posts like I make. Enjoy your day. Hope this helps you. I look forward to reading your comments.